Hey everybody, I missed y'all. It's been a long time. I'm finally out of summer school and been back making journals, but quite slowly, not quite as fast as I usually make them during the summer. I have two little bitty journals. These are, why I didn't measure in the beginning, I don't know, but I'll do it now. Like 3.5 by, can't see it. This one is 3.5 by 4, so it's not too big. And this one is 4 by 5. So this one's 4 by 5, and this one is like 3.5 by 4. So this one's a little bit bigger. Both of them are covered with fabric. I'm gonna see if I can do one video, but I doubt it. But I'm gonna try, because I think both of these little bitty things are like over 100 pages. Has a lots of pages in it. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signatures. I've never made a book with 8 signatures. But anyway, here I go. A few little dangles. I love this fabric stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then there's just a little book plate, name plate, whatever you want to call it. It just says smile. You can take it out if you don't want it to say smile. Seam binding closure. I have 2 different colors, so I don't want them to get tangled. And then I just have stuff hanging off the sides. I haven't been on the scene for a minute, but I have done these before, but I've noticed everybody's been starting to do them a lot now, the little side dangles. But if you look at my videos, I've been doing them too. So here's some little hanging things off those little ball pins at the top. These are all like paper clips, I think, and maybe like little pull tabs. You can see all the little threads hanging. I like that look. Okay, so lots of tabs on the side that I made. I used Tsunami Rose Charming Fragments, and I think this is just seam binding. I just tied it off. And I had these little extra scraps right here of the fabric, and I just put it in here just because I like it. I think it gives it that rugged, textured look. So that's the kit I use, Charming Fragments. I haven't used this one in a long time. So I'm gonna flip through. All this stuff I just had hanging around. So I used it up. So this is the off those guest checks, so I figure you could write the date in there. I saved that. It always comes off when I coffee diet. So remember, you can actually write on this. I write right on top of the lines. I try to think about the way I like to journal, and then I'll just try to do it like for people, because I always like, what are you gonna do with these book pages? You know, I don't want them to just be a waste. So you can write up right on top of that. It's just stencil. Most of the tags have stamp lines. This is a top loading. These are just full of little treasures, paper treasures, as I call it. Those are just journaling cards. And this is, I think some of it's like Life of Bloom too, but it's all Tsunami Rose. And here's the top loading journaling card. That's some gesso. I tried to use the texture paint. I didn't do it right, so I went back to my gesso. These you can just put, like, if that's what you want to title your page that you're writing on. I just left them out extra. So if I didn't put something on the front here that you could write on, then I just stamped it. That's not a tuck. So I'm just trying to explain things I need to explain. Or show. And that comes out the little clip. You can journal on the back. Here's the side with the piece of the fabric as a tab. And there's where I put the dangles in the holes of the like graph paper, grid paper, notebook paper with little charms or beads. And that's stamping. This is from the coffee. I stitched all around there so it can show through the back, and you can put a little title there. And this is just an extra. This is like the paper that I used to test my sewing machine, but I wouldn't throw it away. So I just stamped on it. There's where the dangle is. So I'll try to keep these in place because I'm not putting them all back. Lots of little treasures in here that you can write on. You can see them. I'm not going to pull every little piece out. There's a little piece of stitched other fabric. Oh, that opens down. And then there. It's so little, but I love journaling in my little one. And I did not make these tucks because those mostly, my stuff falls out. So I just made it part of the decoration. And again, I stitched that around, and then it's on the back if you want to title it something, or you can cover it up, the photo or something. There's some hidden journaling under there. There's a Tiffany & Co. Most of my tags have stamping on the back. Don't know if I said that. There's a little piece of burlap that I stitched for a tab. I left the guest check like that because it already has lines, yay, that you can write on. So here's the top loading. Cherish this moment. Stitched right on that grid paper. Or graph, what is this? Grid, what is this? Graph paper, I guess. Ledger, that's what it is. There's a little ledger. Couldn't think of it. This is that Marion Smith long time ago. So you can write on that. So apparently I'm gonna have to make another video for the other one because there's a lot of pages in here. There's a belly band, and then I always keep these. I always order from Denise at Tattered Dreams, and I just keep the little labels because they make good belly bands. I don't throw anything away. Here's just a Tsunami Rose. That's some stamping. I stitched that right on the page. You can't really see that unless you have the book in your hand because it's white. And it's not showing through the back. So that's one I glued on. It's just a little tag. This is what I did with the guest check. Made a little envelope with fabric and a brad. Oh, it's you can write on it. Okay. You can glue it if you want. Piece of fabric. Tons of stitching. This comes out of the side loading pocket and it's stamped. That's the Marion Smith. A little piece of Tsunami Rose. This is a pocket. I love using the extra pieces of fabric. And you can actually stick other stuff in here. This is just one little printable I stuck in there. But again, that's so you can write on the book page. So the book page won't go to use. Stick what you want on that page. Here's another one that's all stitched around. Let's see if it's through the back. Not through the back. There's where the dangle is, a little key. And I just reinforced them so they wouldn't tear with the those little reinforcers that you buy, and I just stressed the they were white, and I just used that ink Tim Holtz vintage photo. It's my grandma's ephemera that you could write on. And I didn't do anything to the middle of the signatures because it was so many signatures. Side. Oh, I like these. I think I finally ran out. I love that little vintage bunny or whatever it is with the little vintage girl. Now I always see Angie Bunny with those. So cute. Oh, let me not waste time. Trying to put that back. There's a dangle. Just did a bit of layering right there. Printouts. This is a glassine bag. And I think this is just printout, and I stitched it and stuck it on there. Stamping kind of matches the coffee. So you can journal in the inside of there. There's some more gesso. Another journaling card. Lines on the back. Some Marion Smith printable. That has lines, so make sure you can write on everything. And it's not hard to write on. I tested it. Even though it looks so thick, it's actually not hard to write on. I like that vintage paper. It said The Sound of Music. And that's glued right on it, so you don't see any stitching in the back. So this little lovely is going to go on my Etsy store. The Paper Bag Princess. So check it out. There it is. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.